everything. Play music in between. Tune in and enjoy Chad's underground scene. Talking music, you know what I mean. Tune in and enjoy Chad's underground scene.
Welcome to Chad's Underground Scene. I am here in Torrance, California, the place I was born and this place that I grew up. This is the house I grew up in, and this is my special guest this week, Jeanne Carrier, my mom. How are things here at the Carrier house?
Everything's very well.
Okay, it all started here, and I guess my music started in middle school when I decided to play the baritone in the school band.
Which was a big surprise.
And it wasn't the easiest thing because I live on a hill like this. It wasn't the easiest thing to get it back and forth to school, and I decided I'm going to take it with the skateboard.
It was a great picture seeing him back and forth to school.
And then, fast forward, in high school, then I started playing in bands. So let's go to that and let's talk about that. I started playing in the bedroom, just me and a buddy of mine, and we started a band called Vinyl Shake.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about that and how we got moved out to the garage.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, we were trying to decide where he was going to practice because it definitely wasn't going to be in the house. So we decided in the garage, and I asked the neighbors because I thought I'm not going to have all these kids out in the garage playing their instruments and disturbing the neighborhood. So they agreed it would be fine as long as there was a 10 o'clock cutoff, so that 10 o'clock at night music had to stop. So that was the agreement, and they had a great solution for the sound going out of the garage. They took an old mattress, and what did you do with it?
And we put it up against the wall, and then we put carpets all around
the door. Yeah, so that it would muffle the sound, and it worked very well. Only once, I think, the next door neighbor, when Tom came over and said, "You need to turn it down a little bit, it's loud," and I don't know what had happened, but that night, that was the only complaint.
And we just turned it down, it was fine, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't care as long as it was turned down.
And with Vinyl Shake, we started with cover tunes, started playing cover tunes, and then immediately started writing our own songs. So that was an interesting experience. We started changing over we played a lot of parties and different things, and we started changing over from doing cover songs to doing originals.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And you get to see some of the process, right? You saw us in here running in and out, getting pieces of paper, writing down lyrics, and
never expected to have a songwriter son. So.
And that band was with me and Mike Horn, and it was me and two mics. So, it was awesome. We had a lot of things we did, and then we added a bass player for a while that played with us, and she was really good, Stephanie. Mm-hmm. And I also played a few gigs with a band called The Clients that went to my high school. I sang for them a couple of times. It was awesome, and then we played some like outdoor parties together on a few occasions. Mm-hmm. It was awesome. And then I was able to do some reunion stuff with them years later. They came and did a reunion and played with me and Big Mess at Susie's. So tell us a little bit about the next band.
You mean Easter? Those were my boys. Oh, they were something else. In fact, Corky and Danny, half the time they'd come from a gig and they just sleep upstairs in our big family room. We had these comfy chairs that you just melted into, and they would sit there, and all of a sudden they'd be asleep, and that was it for the night. In fact, one night they had a real experience. at that point we didn't have the heating that went up into that room with the furnace. It was a wall heater. And Danny was sitting in the comfy seat, fell asleep, and he had the remote control on the table right next to the heater. When he woke up in the morning, he was so upset. We got up, and he came over and said, "Guess what?" And he showed me this melted remote control. Oh, I could hardly control the anger, but we just said, "That's all right, Danny. When we get home from work, we'll go over and get a new one." But he and Corky surprised us. We got home from work, and the two boys had gone to the shop and bought us a new remote control. So that was a sign of a...
And everything was okay at the Carrier house.
Yeah, everything was okay.
So tell us a little bit about all the friends that came over, because during this time, this was Easter, and we hung out a lot in Hollywood. We hung out a lot in Long Beach and Orange County, and we went to a lot of underground clubs, and this was the meetup location for all the clubs that we went to. So tell us a little bit about all the friends that came over and how much fun we had at this house before we left on our adventures.
Right. I always had cans of chili in the closets, because they'd come home from a gig and there'd be the whole gang. They'd be in my family room around the table, and they'd heat up chili and just have a ball. But the one thing a couple of times I had to get up in the morning to this pan with crusted chili in it. So I made sure, I said, "Look, I don't mind you eating my chili, but I want to get up in the morning and find a clean pan, not a cold, crusted pan." And they used paper plates and threw them away, so I didn't have any messes. I didn't mind them coming here as long as they didn't leave a mess behind. Oh, I'll tell you about one night. No, it was a morning, rather. Chad comes in, and he has this young man with him, and with makeup like Kiss. And you were going to do the video Manhattan Boys, and they were going to borrow this young man's
Lights Out in Lawndale,
car.
yeah.
Lights Out in Lawndale, okay. They were going to borrow his car because he had a Cadillac,
Yeah,
open Cadillac, and they could put the roof down and film it beautifully. So he brings this young man in, and he says, "He's just back from a gig, Mom, so he wants to see if he can just crash here on your couch." And here I look at him with all this makeup, and I said, "No, that's fine." So I gave him a pillow and a blanket, and he went to sleep on the couch. So I expected that they would be back in a few hours. So the young man slept because he was exhausted. So he woke up around noon, and I gave him some breakfast, and he says, "When do you think they'll be back?" And I said, "Well, they've been gone since, when you came in at 8 or 9 o'clock. They should be back by afternoon." And time went on, and time went on. It was 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and they're still not back. So we gave them a call and said, "What's going on?" And they were over at what do they call
we were in Vernon at our studio.
No, you were up on the roof of that.
Yeah, on the rooftop of the studio,
They were still filming. So I said, "Well, I'm going to leave him here so he can take his car, and we're going to go home." So I guess I don't know whether he stayed or if he...
Yeah, so the person we're talking about is Mike Vukovic, and he had played the night before with his band Instigators.
Okay.
And then we had planned to film the video and use his car, and we took off in the car because we had a lot of filming to do. We were filming the entire day and into the evening. And we started in Torrance, and we went all the way through Hollywood, through Lawndale, through all of the cities there. And then we ended up in Vernon, which was where our studio was. And we did several scenes from the rooftop in Vernon of our studio, which was like a 4-story studio, and overlooking the Bandini Mountain. And as we're filming the video, the cops come up to see what's going on. So we actually filmed them. Those are real cops in the video that you can see down below us. And while this was going on, Mike was waiting here for us. So he took a nap, and then
he took a nap and had lunch
the whole day.
Sat here until we
And then when we got back, he jumps in the car and he's like, "Where are we going tonight? What gig are we going to go?"
They never get tired.
So we're going to start the show. The first video is going to be Lights Out in Lawndale, and it's Easter, and our guitar player at the time was Mike Ness.
Yeah. He was part of the group that was eating my chili.
That's right. So enjoy the video.
Here's Easter on video 1.
I look at my past, it's the front and side. Friends and family are so far apart. Familiar voice in my corridor. A frightened child cries for more. Lights out in Lawndale. Lights out in Lawndale. Summer's moved in the room next door. It's a couple of miles to the liquor store. Oh, the TV's no use. Already tried it. The radio stops for a bit of quiet. Lights out in Lawndale. Lights out in Lawndale. Some people like to lie. Some people try to hide. There's people out there who make you a mock. You gotta show them that you're smart. Lights out, lights out in Lawndale. Lights out, lights out, lights out in Lawndale. Lights out, lights out, lights out in Lawndale. Lights out, lights out, lights out in Lawndale.
Easter, a new band from LA and a producer who's worked with Radio Tokyo, Ethan James. After the break, it's over to Australia.
Okay, we're back. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we would like to thank Mike Vukovic for letting us use the car. And we had many adventures with Easter, and at the time, this chair is history right here. This was the chair that your mother
My
hung
grand-
out in, and we refer to her as Rock and Roll Grandma.
She she went places with you.
Right,
To
and
pass out flyers.
yes, and she would come to hand out flyers. She would come out with us, and she'd stay in the car while we're handing out the flyers, and it was awesome. And one of her favorite clubs, you could tell us all about that because you came with us, is the Anti-Club.
Anti-Club.
So tell us how they treated her there.
Oh, because she has, I don't think she had a drink in her life. So we'd go to the Anti-Club and she'd order coffee. So the lady really fell in love with her. So she told the staff, this lady gets free coffee every time she comes here.
And then every time we went there, Helen would run out, get a chair, bring it right up to the side in the front so she could watch the band play. And she would always make my grandmother would always make the same comment at the end of the show. You guys were really good, but you were really loud.
I think they put her picture in the lobby, didn't
Oh yeah, her picture was up right behind the bar. Yeah. Oh yeah, she was lots of fun, and then all my friends that came here.
They all
Remember
called her
Dexter and
Grandma.
all the whole
Everybody
group with
called her
Lee, and
Grandma. Yeah.
we would all meet up here. Everyone would come out front. We'd all get ready, load up in cars, and we'd all go off to a club somewhere.
But the
Or
funny,
we'd all go to our show, and then after our show, we'd go to another club.
but the funny thing with her is that she wasn't good at taking messages. Craig was kind of like his agent, so he'd make different arrangements for that, where they were going to play, and he would call and she'd answer the phone and she'd tell Chad this, and she'd start repeating it and writing it down slowly, repeating it back, and sometimes with mistakes. So he told her, you know what, Grandma? He says, we're going to do something different. I'm going to ask you to shut off the phone, and I'm going to call back, and I'm going to leave the message on the answering machine.
Right, that's when we had answering machines.
Is that okay with you? And she'd say, okay, and then she'd shut up. But she always felt she should take the message, that every time he called, he'd have to tell her, shut off, and I will call back.
Right.
She felt important, I guess, taking the messages.
Right, yeah. She loved it. And then several times he did that, and then the minute he called back, she picked it up again. Hello.
Yeah.
She's going, Grandma,
I forgot.
remember what I told you? And that was Rick that told me.
Oh, Rick. Why did I think it was Craig? Yeah. Now you can tell him about El Camino.
Right.
Okay, when he
Okay, we'll go back a little bit. Yeah.
when he graduated from high school, he was planning to go to El Camino Community College and take some business classes, and I thought that was an excellent idea. So he started the classes, and he completed the first semester. And then the second semester, he was going back again, and I assumed it was going to be the same thing. Now, he did take a couple of the business classes, but all of a sudden he was taking guitar and voice and music appreciation. And I'm thinking, what is this? That was the surprise. I found out then that he seemed to be going in the other direction, more music. But I'll tell you what, the business classes were excellent for him, because nobody took advantage of him because he knew all about contracts and money. So they did pay off.
And I think this is a good time to play another video. This is a video that we did, and it's interesting. When Mike Ness left the band and got back into Social Distortion and they did their record, then Brent Lyles joined us.
Yeah.
And Brent Lyles did several tours with us, and then he's in this video here. This one's called Steady Rockers.
Steady rockers. Steady rockers. Steady rockers. Let me tell you about the boys that
All right, we are back, and I guess the next band was Black Eyed Susans,
Oh, yeah.
and we had lots of fun with that. That was with Craig Tierka and John Duffy and myself.
Yes.
Three-piece, and we were switching back and forth, me and John, with bass and guitar.
Yeah. Well, John was also in your Easter.
Yeah, he was in Easter, yeah.
Yeah. So, now that, I'm a little behind you. Because I'm thinking of John later with you with the other.
Yeah, no, that came right at, after, yeah.
Yeah, it melded into that. Yeah, I remember the Black Eyed Susans.
And we did Black Eyed Susans, and we played a lot of gigs with that band. And then at the same time, I started playing with another band, which was called Chaba. And it ended up being CC and the Jackpot Prize.
Yeah.
And so tell us a little bit about CC and the Jackpot Prize.
Right. That was, well, my husband was fond of trumpet. He liked the trumpet, and they didn't have a trumpet in their band at the beginning.
At the beginning, right, yeah. We had
and then he told him, you want to wear your suits. And
yeah, we had a saxophone.
Yeah. But what's his name? Lyle, what's his last name? He was so excited about wearing the suit, he kept saying, "Don't we look great? Don't we look great?"
Yeah, Kevin.
Oh God, he thought that was wonderful.
Kevin loved it.
Oh.
And
but then they brought in the trumpet, and it was really good.
Yeah, we had the full horn section, 10-piece band.
It was really big time.
And we did some really good recordings with the band, and played for several years.
And you brought a girl singer in.
Yeah, and we brought Jackie in, and then everybody had a cool hip name.
Yeah.
I was CC, and then she was Jackie Jackpot, and then we had all different names. It was fun.
Yeah, but it was like with my husband. It reminded him of the bands when he was a teenager. Cause
our bass player was Big Casino. It was awesome. And then that kind of ended, and I get kind of busy for a little while because I had some kids. So
yeah. That'll keep
me
you
a little bit busy.
Twins and then another single.
Right, but you couldn't keep me out of music too long. So shortly after that, I put together kind of two bands going at the same time. First, it was Big Mess, and we started writing songs and playing shows, and this lineup was with Steve Sutton and Ferd and myself, and then at the same time as I was playing with them for a couple of years, then I started playing with John Duffy again, and we started writing some Irish folk music, and we started a band called Shillelagh Brothers, and then in Shillelagh Brothers we started adding members. So we got my friend Rex, I had for a while, and Rex Bailey joined us, and then a friend Fred joined us, and so we actually sometimes would play gigs together with Big Mass and Shillelagh Brothers, and
always played on St. Patrick's Day on the Queen Mary.
Yeah, we always played St. Patrick's Day, and I think this is probably a good spot to break away for a video. This is a video of the Shillelagh Brothers, and during the Shillelagh Brothers, we put this song in a movie, this song Pop, and this movie called White Irish Drinkers.
Yeah.
And we had a party for this song because the song was nominated for an Academy Award for the movie, for being in the movie. And we had a big party at this Irish pub up in Hollywood, and we filmed the whole party, and we played live at the party, and then we cut together this video.
And you're going to show it now?
From the party, and this video here is called Pop.
They might recognize those two stars that were at the party.
Yes.
We're the Shillelagh brothers, don't forget us.
All right, let's hear it for Nick and Leslie.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. It's been a real pleasure. Thanks for the owners here. It's been a great crowd tonight.
And make sure you watch White Irish Drinkers. And keep your fingers crossed for us. Academy Awards. All right, time to party.
Thank you so much for coming.
Well, I had my name sewn into my shirt, just so I'll remember who I am. Somewhere along the way, I forgot.
Hope you enjoyed that. And then we had a little bit of a change with Big Mess. And what happened is Rex played a show together with Steve and I and Bernie, our drummer. And that Bernie had just come into the band, and he was in for, I think, about a year, maybe a little longer than a year with Steve and I. And then we had Rex come in, and he played a couple of shows with us. And then Steve decided, he goes, hey, you know what? I have these songs I want to write, this stuff I want to do, so I'm going to start a new project, and I want to go after that project. Do you think Rex could take over on guitar? And I said, I'll ask him. And I asked Rex, and then he came in as the guitar player. And then it was me and Bernie and Rex. And then the three of us went in and we recorded our first record. And with this record, it was an EP. With this record, we did a video. And we did the video with a friend of mine, Matty Goodman. He said, hey, I can put you a really good video together. So this will be the first video with Big Mess. This video is called Pocket. Enjoy the video. We have to win the Battle of the Bands this year.
Like, no confidence.
It's in the bag, Sonny.
Yeah, you're like sweating bullets like a whore in church.
I can't believe what happened last year.
Don't worry about it, man. Not a thing to worry about.
Dude, don't even worry about it. It's in the bag.
If we get the $500, we are gonna be the biggest rockers in the town.
I got something in my pocket. I got something that you want. I got something in my pocket. I got something that you need. It's a vulnerable feeling going straight to your heart. Makes me nervous and scared. The feelings inside, you know, the feelings that we fear, the feelings you can't hide. I said, hey, 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 you got what we want. We got what we need. You got what we want. We got what we need. I got a gut feeling. I can't keep it at bay. My confidence is building. When you look in my face, my feelings are filled. The emotions they rise. You look straight back into my eyes. I look in yours. We are hypnotized. That's it. Hey, 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 hey. You got what we want. something that you want. I got something in my pocket. I got something that you need. It's a vulnerable feeling going straight to your heart. Makes me nervous and scared. The feelings inside, you know the feelings that you feel. The feelings you can't hide. I said, hey! Hey, 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 hey! You got what we want. We got what we need. You got what we want. We got what we need. I got something in my pocket. Hey! Hey, 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 hey! I got something that you need. Hey! Hey, 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 hey!
Let's go, get out of here.
Yeah, drunken public. I did ready to
Let's go, get out of here. Get out, let's go, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here.
Was that fun?
Hope you enjoyed that. That's a fun one, and it's about Battle of the Bands, and we took a different tack to Battle of the Bands, and we decided if we beat up the other band that has a chance to win, we would win the $500, and we did. So tell us a little bit about our friends Rex and Bernie, and then as we did Big Mess, Rex's brother Mark joined us.
Join it too, yeah. Yeah, they were such a fun group. They performed it locally every Thursday night at the Gable House, and so my husband and I would always go, and it was so much. It was, it's one of those places where everybody seems to know each other, from going there every week, and it was fun.
And there's nothing better than a bowling alley gig because the people are there to see music.
See music, yeah. But so with that was we had that on our calendar every Thursday night to go see the guys, and Bernie is. He's been like part of the family. He lives across the street from my daughter, and his little boy plays with my great granddaughter, and so he's very close. And Rex was always part of the family. He was just.
Tell us a little bit about Rex, because him and Dave Travis always had a surprise on the holidays. When he'd come on the holidays, they would always play us some songs.
Right.
At the holiday parties.
Right, yeah. I forgot about that, yeah. They were both musical and wrote music and performed also, and so it was always a fun time for the holidays with the gang coming here and playing. And then you did a gig with one of, not with Big Mess though, that was years ago. My daughter and her husband used to have a jungle party, and everybody'd come dressed like they were, Once I went as the couple from is it the Love Boat?
Yeah, Love Boat. Yeah.
The professor and his wife. But anyhow, so Chad used to perform at that.
Oh no, that one was Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's Island. Okay, Gilligan's Island. I get my programs confused.
Tell us a little story, maybe one of the highlight fun stories that happened with my friends or with my bands, anything that happened, and maybe with Grandma.
Yeah. This one. Dexter was always an off-the-wall kind of fellow, and he really loved my mother, Chad's grandmother, and so she had a little bit of a problem and was in the hospital, and he went to see her, And at that same time, one of my neighbors happened to be visiting her at the same time, one of her friends. And when she came home, she was telling me, she says, this was so funny. She says, one of Chad's friends was at the hospital to visit your mother. And she said he asked the nurse if he could put her in the wheelchair and take her for a spin in the hallways of the hospital, which people do. You know, we would go and put her in the wheelchair and take her for a walk up and down the aisles. So, but they didn't expect what he did. So the nurse puts her in the wheelchair, blanket around her and comfy. And then he says, "Is she ready?" And they said yes, and he took the wheelchair, ran out the door, and ran her up and down the corridor and then back again. And my neighbor was dumbfounded, but she said my mother came back laughing so hard that my mother was at the time about 85 years old. But when she came home, from the hospital, I said, "How did you like the ride with Dexter?" She says, "Oh, that was fun."
Yes, exactly. Yeah. He was one of her best friends.
Yes, oh yeah, he just loved her. Every time he do.
So as Easter was winding down, and I was playing as a fill-in for some friends of mine in a band called Love Dog, and so Easter was kind of winding down, and they were worried that I'm going to join this other band, and they found another person to come in and play bass with them. And so I ended up moving on to a band called Love Dog, and this band was all kinds of fun. So we played, same thing, it was the same town, and that's how I met them, because Easter spent so much time in Hollywood and Orange County and in Long Beach that I met all the people that were in Love Dog, and we played gigs together. We played a lot of shows together, and they said, "Hey, you know, our guitar player or our bass player can't make this gig. Can you come fill in?" So I was filling in for a while, and then I ended up being a permanent member of Love Dog. So tell us a little bit about Love Dog.
Well, that it started out. It was 3 girls, and you, and then another young man came in too. So it was.
And then Doug came back. Yeah.
So then there were 3 girls and 2 guys, but they were. I mean, that was a fun group.
And then Corky also filled in on drums a few times.
Yeah. But they were just the lead singer had this mop of blonde hair that was all over her head, and then they had the drummer was excellent, and the guitarist. But Chad and the girl with the wild hair were the ones that did most of the singing.
Yeah.
And at that time, he also had blonde wild hair, so they were a combination up on the stage.
Oh yeah, we had our hair up high and looking good.
Lots and lots of spray.
Yeah, lots of hairspray in that band. And hairspray, makeup, and tattoos going on there.
Oh God.
And we recorded a couple albums with Love Dog, and did some videos. So we're gonna break away, and
well, you'll see the hair.
Yeah, and we're gonna watch the video "Get It Girls" from Love Dog.
No sex
I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, we're back here, and we're going to talk a little bit about Big Mess, because they made a entry back into this house. So we have our own studio that we rehearse and we play and rehearse and write our songs and do all that stuff. And we decided we're going to do a video. And the guy doing the video said, I think a great place would be, we can use the house and we can use the upstairs of the house as an office. And then he said, and I think your mom would be a perfect secretary for this video. So this is my mom's acting debut.
Oh boy. I forgot about this.
Tell us a little bit about the video, because you were able to watch some of the filming.
Yeah. Oh.
And how fun it was.
Oh, it was fun. They brought in this. Was he an actor or some friend of this man that was playing the boss?
Yeah, Darren was Big Boss Man.
Yeah. And I had to act surprised at one point. Oh, it was just, but it was fun.
And it was the same type of thing as when we filmed Lights Out. It was an all-day film.
Yeah.
So we started here, left here, drove to several other locations, and then came back here. And the last part of the film was here, and the video is called "I Won't Take It." So
yeah.
And this is what she was. I won't take it. Ah! In the video. Show us the little part you did as you screamed and ran away.
Yeah. And was it Bernie? Was it Bernie?
Yeah.
Bernie played the part of.
Bernie was the disgruntled employee.
Yeah, he was a disgruntled employee.
Yeah. Yeah, and in the video, it's about us being upset and we basically murder everybody in the video. Because we can't take it anymore.
We can't take it.
I won't take it. So here's the video. This is from Big Mess, and this is called "I Won't Take It."
Have to be so cool, and you won't find a cure. I won't take it, no, I won't take it. 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 I won't take it no more. Won't take it, no, I won't take it. I won't take it. I won't take it no more. Won't take it, no, I won't take it. You're always saying something that I can't relate, and you never hesitate. It's been said, that is for sure. Won't take it, no, I won't take it. Won't take it, no, I won't take it. I won't take it, no, I won't take it. 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 Won't take it, no, I won't take it.
We're back, and yes, that was the exit of Rex Bailey. He retired. He just decided that he couldn't play live anymore. He wanted to just stay home, do recordings, and he was taking care of his brother Mark, who was sick. So he said, I just need to take care of my brother. I can't spend the time playing live. I need to be home and taking care of him. So that was a great choice.
But we miss him.
Yep. And then I get to see him often. I go and have lunch with him.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, he lives right down here. So so that was the entry, and that was Dave that was drowning those young guys in the pool. So Dave Karate was entering the band, and then shortly after him we had Ron Hopkins.
Yeah.
And we've recorded several albums since. And to this day, that's the lineup of the band. And we also had BC Caldwell for quite a while, and now he's moved up to Oregon. So we may see him if we tour up there, or if he's down here for a weekend or a week, we'll have him come and play with us.
Do you want to tell them about the time that we were on vacation and you were going to go play for the colleges in Washington, and your car wasn't big enough for the equipment, I think, and we met you at that one place and switched cars? You took out a Suzu.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
That was fun. We were on vacation.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you called us on the phone and said, can we switch cars? Because we're going on tour and you were going to be gone to Oregon or Washington.
Yeah. We were going all the way up to Canada, actually. Yeah.
And so you said, can we switch cars?
And because
so we had to take all our vacation suitcases and everything out. I don't know where we met, somewhere, and switched cars. And then he went on with the Isuzu, and we took...
Yeah, because we loaded up the stuff, and we're in a...
Was it Danny's car? I don't know.
Yeah, we loaded all of our stuff up, and then the next thing we're putting stuff on the roof or tying it on the roof, and then we start driving out, and I go, you know what, you guys have a good idea. My parents are on vacation.
And we were on our way home.
And they're on their way home, and it's not too far out of the way. Let's see if we can switch cars with them, and they'll let us use their car for this tour, because this car is way too small.
Yeah, so I didn't know if you wanted... I thought of that just as we were...
And then we switched cars, and what an amazing tour. We went all the way to Canada and back down.
Are you putting that in here now or not?
Yeah.
Oh, I just thought he was talking about Get crazy. An interview where we could interject. Shut up.
It's awesome.
Oh my God.
That's awesome. So now up to date here, we're with
November
Big Mess. I'm playing with Big Mess, and then I've also done several acoustic albums. And the first one was Legend, the second one's In My Head, and then I have one coming out called Not Alone. That's been super fun. I'm using different musician friends, and then also a lot of the guys from Big Mess come and they play on those albums as well, and help me write the music as well. So it's been super fun, and you've heard those records, so what do you think? Do you like them?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Of course. She supports everything.
I'm looking forward to new ones.
That's right. Yeah, we're always about the new ones. So let's finish up the Big Mess with a video from Big Mess that Billy Caldwell made for us. This one here was during COVID, so he made this video for us, and the song is called COVID City, or COVID-19.
Latest club, you know the one to the cramps. Do the bird or do the sex dance. We'll have some fun. We'll bash around. Stop a dance and get down to the sound. Living. I'm living. I'm living in a cool city. Fulfill my appetite. I'm a zombie slut from hell, that's true. You better be careful or I'll get you. We'll have some fun. We'll bash around. Stop and dance and get down to the sound. Living. I'm living. Living in a cool city. Living. I'm living. I'm living in a cool city. In a cool city. In a cool city. In a cool city.
And we are on to the new records. Billy Caldwell also filmed a video from my first record, Legend. And then a friend of mine put together another video for the new album that's going to be coming out called Not Alone. And the video is also called Not Alone. And I think this is a good time to end the show. So after we end the show, we'll play you this video. And I'd like to say thank you for coming out to see Chad's Underground Scene with my guest, Jeanne Carrier, my mom.
Pleasure.
And remember, it all starts in the underground. Enjoy the video.
I don't know why it took so long for you to come back where you belong. So many people all alone, hearing all the voices on the phone. 'Cause you're not alone. Everyone around you, now you're home. The feelings that we feel, open up your heart and it's for real. Time I think of where we've been, time to open up, let it in. People always looking to escape. It's time to listen, it's never too late. about. Gotta know about it. Gotta shout. Let me tell you something. Message is clear. Could have been right there. We're right here. 'Cause you're not alone. Everyone around, now you're home. The feelings that we feel, open up your heart, it's for real. 'Cause you're not alone. Everyone around you, now you're home. Feelings that we feel, open up your heart, and it's for real. We talk about everything, play music in between. Tune in and enjoy Chant's underground scene.